Hello everyone, Sigma7 here. And another month has gone by and it's time for another Blu-ray collection update. And let's just say I've gotten quite a few new stuff and more than I probably should have, but this month was my birthday and I did receive a few gifts and also some money and Amazon gift cards. That can always help. And there was a sale going on eBay. So let's just say I got a little more than I expected I would get this month. And like I said, I'm trying to watch my account since I'm currently in college right now and I'm not working, so gotta watch that. But I figured now I'd go ahead and showcase what I got throughout this month, and I got some very interesting selections, including some surprises. So, first up is the one DVD I picked up, and that is Steam Boy. Or let me phrase that. My brother actually gave this to me. We were at a flea market one day, and he wanted to get this for me because he forgot to get me something for my birthday. So this is what he got me. Haven't seen this yet. I know it was directed by how do you say his name? Katsuhiro Otomo, I think, the director of Akira. And I hear this is not as good as Akira, and I hear it's one of his weaker films. But I am curious to check it out. And plus, apparently, has the voices of Patrick Stewart and Alfred Molina. So be interested to see what that one's like. Next is a mini series that I got at the same flea market, and that is Hatfields and McCoys. I saw bits of this on television one time, and from what little I saw, I really like, so I definitely can't wait to check more into this. So, yeah. Now, on to the Criterions that I picked up, and I picked up. And while there was apparently a sale going on Amazon for these that were only like less than $20, I think. But so I managed to get 5 Criterions, and let's see how do I want to do this. So I got Beauty and the Beast from 1946. This is the original French movie. Definitely looking forward to check this out, and I mean I haven't seen it, but I can already tell it's the better live action Beauty and the Beast, better than the one that should not be named. But you all know that I'm a fan of the Disney movie, the Disney animated movie, and I'm definitely looking forward to see how good this one is. So yeah. Next up, I got Night of the Living Dead. I've seen this movie twice, and I really love it. George A. Romero was quite the influence in the horror genre, or at least the zombie genre. But yeah, really enjoyed this film. Can't wait to check this out and see what the Criterion has to offer. Next up is Doug Walker's favorite movie, or at least I think it still is. I'm not sure if it still is, and that is Brazil. Again, haven't seen this yet. I hear it's one of Terry Gilliam's best, and I have, from the few movies of Terry Gilliam I have seen, like Monty Python, The Holy Grail, 12 Monkeys, and what else have I seen? Oh, Time Bandits. I have enjoyed those movies, and I definitely cannot wait to check this one out. Next is A Brighter Summer Day. A friend of mine who is a film buff, apparently this is one of his favorite films, or at least one of his favorite romance movies. Cannot wait to watch this. Apparently this is from Taiwan. It came out in 1991. But this movie is like 4 hours long, so it's definitely have to wait for a day when I have time to check it out. And finally, for the Criterion pickups, I got Certified Copy. Directed by Abbas Kiarostami. I think that's his name. He's an Iranian film director. Definitely can't wait to check out his movies. Sadly, he passed away a few years ago, I think, but movies like this, Close Up, Taste of Cherry, I can't wait to see what they're like. These are just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that I picked up, and I have them in alphabetical order. So first up, I got 300 and 300 Rise of an Empire. I enjoyed the first 300, the sequel, not as much, but they're fun films what they are, at least the first one is, but have to revisit them one day. Next is Amour. This was Your Movie Sucks favorite film from 2012. It was the first film by Michael Haneke, or Michelle Haneke, however you say his name, to be nominated for Best Picture. It actually broke into the mainstream. But can't wait to check this out. Although I hear this is a hard movie to watch. It's very depressing and sad, but can't wait to see it. I know that Misfit Pond recently did a review of it, and I think he gave it like a 10 out of 10. Next is The Big Trail. My family and I just watched this the other day. This was from 1930, and apparently this was John Wayne's first main acting role as the main protagonist. Like, he's been in movies before, but that was mostly as cameos. Like, this was his first breakout as a star, and he was really good in this. And I gotta say, for a movie from 1930, this was really impressive. I mean, it's not very action heavy. Like, don't expect, despite this being a western, don't expect this to be like a Sergio Leone movie, but it's more of just an adventure film where it's John Wayne's character leading this trail of this caravan through the West, essentially. But despite being almost 2 hours long, actually, I think it's a little over 2 hours. Yeah, it's right at 2 hours. I was really invested in this. I definitely really enjoyed this movie. Next is Black Christmas, the original. I don't have too many Scream Factory Blu-rays. I would like to get some, but unfortunately, I doubt I'll get many with their slips because the ones with slips are like out of print and hard to find. But I saw this movie once during, I think it was right at Christmas time, and surprisingly a really effective slasher film. Like, I'm not too big into the slasher genre. There are exceptions, and I could say this is definitely one of the better ones. Haven't seen the 2006 remake because I hear that was terrible, and I hear the 2019 one is even worse, so yeah. Next is Blue Valentine. Haven't seen it yet, but can't wait to check it out. But I am aware that according to people like Chris Stuckman, despite being called, despite having Valentine in the title, this is not the kind of movie you want to watch with your lover on Valentine's Day, because it will probably, your relationship will be over. But I still hear this is a really good movie, so yeah. Next is The Crow. Again, haven't seen this, I've seen parts of it on television one day. For what little I saw, I thought it was pretty good. I just picked this up at the at Walmart's like bargain bin. They have like this $5 bin. And I thought, I definitely am interested to check this one out. And next is Easy A. This is a I guess a high school comedy from 2010. Again, I've only seen parts of this on television. From what little I saw, I was really interested, so I'm very eager to check that one out. This next one, this is more based on, I'm trying to get the movies that Your Movie Sucks brings up on his videos, like when he does his top favorite films of the year. And this is one of those movies when he did his top favorite films from 2011, and it was on sale for a really cheap price, and that is Footnote. This is a, where's this from? I want to say Iranian, I think. I'm not sure what country this movie's from. But I hear it's supposed to be really good. I mean, this apparently it won the award, or no, it was nominated for Best Foreign Language Film. But can't wait to check this out. It was only $6, and normally I think it's like $20, so got a good deal on that. Next is a movie I haven't seen in a long time. I remember watching this as a kid, but that was like forever ago, and that is The Goonies. Apparently a film that a lot of people loved growing up, so I didn't exactly grow up with this film. I think I saw it once, but I'll definitely have to check it out again. Next is Grease. Again, this is another classic film a lot of people love that, I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever seen, but I will definitely have to check it out. I mostly bought this because there was that article going around that someone was trying to cancel Grease because they think it's like not diverse enough, or they think it's sexist, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm just interested to see what they mean by that, but I don't know, it sounds like a load of crap if you ask me. Next is Mean Girls by, starring Lindsay Lohan. Again, I just picked this up at the Walmart bargain bin. I hear it's supposed to be pretty good, or at least, I'm not usually the biggest fan of the high school comedy drama genre, but there are exceptions, and some people say this is one of the better ones, so I have to check that one out. Next is another Your Movie Sucks recommendation, Once, when he did his top favorite films in 2007. I'm really eager to check this one out. It's short, it's independent, and I've heard some of the music from this movie, and just from the music alone, I'm thinking, okay, I have to see this, so can't wait to check it out. Next is Requiem for a Dream, a classic by Darren Aronofsky, considered one of his best. I've seen bits of this movie, and I've at least seen the bathtub scene, or at least the scene where, clearly that Aronofsky based off Perfect Blue, which people think he plagiarized Perfect Blue. In actuality, he bought the rest of Perfect Blue so he can use it in some of his films like Requiem for a Dream, and more prominently in Black Swan. So, yeah. I really liked Black Swan, so I'm definitely interested in checking out Requiem for a Dream. Next is Submarine. Haven't seen it yet, but definitely looking forward to it. Based on the clip that Your Movie Sucks showed when he did his favorite films of 2011, I was like, okay, this automatically looks like it'll be a ton of fun to watch. And then finally for the regular, Okay, actually, I have something else, but I'll show that in a moment. But next is The Truman Show. I've only seen this movie once, and I remember really enjoying it. Definitely one of Jim Carrey's better performances, and such an interesting concept, to say the least, too. Ed Harris is in this film. I completely forgot about that, actually. So, yeah. So, that's all for that. But I have some two other of this pack that I've kind of put out of order for a reason. So, I was actually fortunate enough to find this on eBay for a super cheap price, and I'm holding what is probably one of the rarest Blu-rays right now. And of course, I'm talking about Dawn of the Dead. Yep, George A. Romero's original 1978 classic. One of my absolute favorites. I think I like this more than Night Living Dead, even though Night Living Dead is arguably a better made movie. But I just found this to be a lot more fun. But yeah, and also while I was at it, I figured I also picked up Day of the Dead, which is this one you can easily find a lot better. But I figured I now have Romero's Of the Dead trilogy, and yes, I know he made more Of the Dead films later on, but really it's hold on a second. Whoops. But yeah, so now I have his yeah, Of the Dead trilogy now, or at least his essentials. Day of the Dead, I think, is super underrated, actually. Like, yeah, it's the weakest of the three, but I thought it was still pretty solid. But, yeah. Something else I want to point out about this Blu-ray, though, is when I opened it, I couldn't help but notice, I bought this from an eBay auctioneer for only $13, which I thought was a steal, because normally this Blu-ray now costs like $150, I think last time I checked on Amazon. It's ridiculous, but it's that hard to find. But something that confuses me, though, is, the disc. It's completely blank. Like, I don't know. Anyone out there who collects Blu-rays, especially rare ones, anyone who has Dawn of the Dead, does the disc look like this? Like, is that what it's supposed to look like? I mean, I tested it on my Blu-ray player to see if it works, and it is the movie, so that's fortunate. I was kind of weirded out of why the disc looks like that. It's really strange, but nonetheless, I'm just glad to have this, because I had the DVD for some time that I bought at a yard sale, and that DVD is out of print, so... But I don't know if this has the same... I'm assuming it has the same bonus features. I wonder if... Does the DVD or Blu-ray, I wonder if they come with... Because I know there's an extended cut of this film. I wonder if either one of them comes with the extended cut, so I'd be interested. But, yeah, kind of in a mess here. Hold on a second. I have a few more to show. Now, I've picked up quite a few animated movies. Here's some animated films I picked up. First up is The Little Prince. This just recently came out. Haven't seen it yet. I hear it's supposed to be good, and unfortunately, this is one of those cases where it went straight to Netflix and never got a theatrical release. Next is Loving Vincent. This Blu-ray I think is now out of print, but I got it for a reasonable price. Again, haven't seen it yet, but can't wait to check it out. The animation looks incredible. Apparently it's an oil-painted animated film, which is very interesting. Next is Marona's Fantastic Tale, a French animated film that I really wanted to check out. The animation looks gorgeous, and based on the premise, it sounds like it's going to be one of the really big tearjerker films. So, yeah. Next are a few Chinese animated films. White Snake. I hear this film wasn't that great per se, but I'm still interested in checking it out anyway because the animation looks incredible. Next is Niza. This also came out in 2019, and apparently this broke grounds for China, from what I hear. And there's also Jian Zia, I think that's how you say this, The Ultimate Warrior. Apparently these are the first two installments of this director's Chinese God cinematic universe. But be interested what more films these people put out, but definitely can't wait to check these out. And here are two anime titles I picked up. Ninja Scroll. Haven't seen it yet, but I hear from the few clips I have seen, it looks really intense and very brutal. Can't wait to check that out. And finally, Lupin the Third, the First. I've only seen the first two Lupin films. I've never seen the show, although I would like to. And this looks really interesting. The animation looks really stylistic, and yeah, I can't wait to check it out. And now I have one more thing to showcase, and this is the most unique thing I picked up this month. It's a movie that came out last year that I did not see, but I've been curious to check out, and that is Last and First Men. And yes, this is the Blu-ray. It actually comes with yeah, let's see. Yeah, this is the Blu-ray, and there is the soundtrack it comes with. Um, and apparently this little booklet it comes with. But yeah, I only know about this movie because Your Movie Sucks and Cynic the Critic brought this film up. Apparently, it's one of their favorite films from last year. Can't wait to check it out. I hear that it's like 2001: A Space Odyssey and that it's more of atmospheric. It's not really a plot per se, it's just more of an experience. Apparently, this was the first and last film to be directed by Johan Johansson, who sadly passed away a couple years ago. Which I guess is poetic when you think about it, because Last and First Men. So yeah. So that's everything I picked up. I got quite a few, and I've been. My goal is to try to catch up on all the titles I pick up to watch. Like, recently the other day, I just watched Seven Samurai and All About Eve for the first time, and love both those movies. Seven Samurai has quickly become a new favorite of mine. And if y'all wonder about Heroes vs. Villains, I'm getting on it. I've gotten a couple more fights finished. I still have the epilogue, and I think I have 4 more fights left to finish before it comes out, so I would like to get out this month if I can, but like I said, I'm busy with school right now. That's more important, so yeah, I hope y'all enjoy this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.